Good morning, students of class 7. Students, today we will learn chapter 15 properties of triangles. So, let's see this chapter. In the previous day, we have discussed chapter 7b, exercise 7b of linear equation of one variable. Now, today we will discuss chapter 15 properties of triangles. You know that in the periodic 1 exam we have finished two geometrical chapter. One is lines and angles and another one is parallel lines. That was the chapter 14 and 13. So chapter 15 here, properties of triangles. Students, here the statement tells that in the class 6 we have defined a triangle and various types of triangles based on angles and sides. In this chapter, we shall review these results and study more properties of a triangle. Now, triangle, let A, B, C be three non-collinear points. Then, the figure formed by the three line segments AB, BC and CA is called a triangle with vertices ABC. This is the definition of triangle. Okay, let ABC be a three non-collinear points. Then the figure formed by the three line segments AB, BC and CA is called a triangle with vertices ABC, denoted by triangle ABC. Then triangle ABC has three sides, we know that, namely AB, BC and CA, and three angles. The name of these angles are angle BAC, angle ABC and angle BCA, to be denoted by angle A, angle B and angle C respectively. Okay. The three sides and three angles of a triangle are called six parts or elements of a triangle. The three sides and three angles of a triangle are called the six parts or elements of a triangle. So, how many elements or how many parts are there in a triangle? So, you will have to say that there are three angles and three sides. There are six parts are there in the angle. Okay, in the triangle. In triangle ABC, the point A, B and C are called its vertices. Clearly, A is the vertex opposite to the side BC, B is the vertex opposite to the side CA, and C is the vertex opposite to the side AB. Clear, students? Now here various types of triangles. Already you have read in class 6. Naming triangle by considering the lengthening of their sides. Number 1, equilateral triangle. Number 1 is equilateral triangle. A triangle having all sides equal called equilateral triangle. Okay, a triangle having all sides equal is called an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle like this one you know, like as equilateral triangle. Okay, where if you take A, B and C, then here AB, BC and CA, all these three sides are equal. Okay, that's why this angle is called equilateral triangle. Next one, students, isosceles triangle. The triangle having two sides equal is called isosceles triangle, like as this one. Okay, A, B, C, where AB and AC these two sides are equal. That's why ABC is called a isosceles triangle. Okay. And the third one is scalene triangle. A triangle having all sides of different lengths is called scalene triangle. Okay, all sides are different length. That means the triangle will be like this: A, B, C, where AB, BC, and CA, these three sides are not same, unequal. That's why this triangle is called scalene triangle. Okay, students. You can see here the pictures are given. Now, what is the perimeter of a triangle? The perimeter of a triangle tells that the sum of the lengths of all the sides of a triangle is called perimeter. Sum of all the sides, that means suppose this is a triangle, okay, ABC. So here AB plus BC plus CA, this total line segments addition is called the perimeter. Okay. Next one, naming triangles by considering their angles. First one is acute triangle. So a triangle each of whose angles measuring less than 90 degrees is called acute triangle. Clear? A triangle whose each angles measuring less than 90 degree is called acute triangle. That to all. Next one, number 2, right triangle. What is right triangle? A triangle, one of whose angles measure 90 degree is called right triangle. Okay. Next one, obtuse triangle. A triangle, one of whose angles measures more than 90 degree is called obtuse angle. And all the pictures are given. First one, this is an acute triangles picture. This one right triangles, and this is obtuse triangle picture. Clear? This all you have already read in class 6. Next one, some results on triangle. Here number 1 tells here that each angle of an equilateral triangle measures 60 degree. Students, in equilateral triangle each angle measures 60 degree. Okay. Number 2, the angles opposite to equal sides of an isosceles triangle are equal. Okay, that means suppose this is this one, suppose ABC, this one is a isosceles triangles, and we know that in isosceles triangles the two sides are equal. So if we take AB and AC as equal, then their opposite angle, AB opposite angle C, and BC and AC opposite angle is B. That means angle B also will be equal to angle C. Okay, students. So the statements tells like this. Okay. Number 3, a scalene triangle has no two angles equal. We know that scalene triangle all the angles are different, so it is not possible to equal. Next one, angle sum property of a triangle. This is very important, students. Angle sum property. Okay, very much this one important. Here the statement tells that the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Suppose in exam, the question come that state the angle sum property. of a triangle. 1 marks suppose given, so you have to be right. The sum of angle sum property, then give hyphen. The sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. This is the statement. Okay. So just you have to prove it. So how you have to be proved? Let's see. Look at here. For this case, consider a triangle ABC. So first you have to draw a triangle ABC and give name angle 1, angle give name here angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. Okay. So here next in the point A, draw a line XY. Draw a line XY which is parallel to BC. Clear? So you draw a line XY parallel to BC and mark the angles as shown in the figure. Now here students, XY is parallel to BC and the transversal AB cuts them. So you can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. That means this angle will be equal to this angle. Okay. This is alternate interior angles. Again, we can write, since XY is parallel to BC and transversal AC cuts them, so we can write angle 2. This means this one is equal to angle 5. This one. Okay. These alternate interior angles. So now angle 1 plus angle 3 plus angle 2, angle 1 plus angle 3 plus angle 2, that means the all the interior angles is equal to, we can write in the place of angle 1 we can write angle 4 plus angle 3 plus in the place of angle 2 we can write angle 4 angle 5. Okay, angle 4 plus angle 3 plus angle 5. But we know that angle 4 plus angle 3 plus angle 5 is 180 degree by linear property. Okay, so we can say that angle 1 plus angle 3 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. Hence proved. So very good theorem. Just have to be memorized. Okay. Next, some remarks is there. As consequence of the above results, we can say that a triangle cannot have more than one right angles. A triangle cannot have more than one obtuse angle, and a triangle, a right angle triangle, the sum of the two acute angles is 90 degree. Just these three remarks you have to be memorized. Okay. Here are some examples are there. You have to be review this example carefully. Next here, in the next page, here some examples are given. So you have to be just review this exercise carefully. Okay. Now here some questions are there regarding exercise 15a. Here students, question number 1 here tells that in a triangle ABC, if angle A is 72 degree and angle B is 63 degree, find angle C. So very simple. Angle A and B, these two angles are given. So you have to be write like as we know that from angle sum property, we must write angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degree. So we know that from angle sum property, you must mention it. I am not mentioning here, but you must mention that we know that from angle sum property, angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Okay. So here angle A and B is given, and this is given that 72 and 63. So put the value in the place of angle A. So 72 plus 63 plus angle C. Okay. So angle C equal to 180 degree. That means 72 plus 63 means 135 degree. This one degree plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Okay. So that means the value of angle C will be 180 minus 135. That means this is 545. That means angle C is 45 degree. Okay students, so in this way you have to be solved. Hope that everybody understood the procedure. And in this way, question number 2, the same type of question, you can do it easily. Question number 3 also same. Question number 4 here tells that find the angles of a triangle which are in the ratio 4:3:2. So you have to take that first. Let the three angles be 4x, 3x, and 2x. Okay. Then from angle sum property we can write angle 4x plus 3x plus 2x equal to 180 degree. So by calculating, you can write the value of x you will get, and after getting the value of x, just put in 4x, 3x, and 2x, you will get the required angles. Okay. So in this way, students, question number 1 to question number 7 you have to solve yourself. Today's homework will be question number 1 to 7. New exercise 15. Okay. So that's all for 2. Thank you.